Hi guys, Chris here from Azon Ultiamtum, bringing you day one of the 30-day challenge. Excited about this challenge. Even though I created it, I'm excited to be here with you and to show you some real stuff in 30 days, in practically a month. I can show you some really good stuff that you can use not just with Amazon, but when you're creating sites of any type. It should help you because we're going to run through a lot of stuff that you can use on it, like ClickBank or CPA or AdSense or whatever you're doing basically online. You will, I bet my last dollar, that you will be creating content. That's what it's all about, having very good, even if you're just, even a copywriter that writes sales copy is communicating in some way, is creating content. And even if you just do email marketing, of course, someone has to write the emails up and communicate with the list on the email. So everything online, this is where I'm going to start. Everything online is content creation. And the key to making good money online is to create really good content, valuable content. And the first thing I want to talk about, I've got a few things here actually. We're going to run through the concept and actual sales, and I won't get too salesy for those of you that want a easy life online and you don't want to sort of feel that you're in a sales office. I won't go too much into that, but I will tell you what it is online and how it's similar to offline and what we're going to do here. So this day one, to wrap it up, is just giving you an overview of what we're going to cover in the 30 days, and more importantly, what you're going to get out of it and how it's going to help you make money with Amazon. So firstly, the best thing to do is have a notepad and pen. If you haven't already, grab a notepad and pen and pause the video and write this stuff down, because that is something that's really helped me. You don't have to, of course, but I recommend you write this down. And the first thing I'd write down for your notes is content is key, and you can use that online anywhere, no matter what you're doing. The key is creating really good, valuable content. Now, how do you know if your content is valuable? It answers the top questions in whatever niche you're trying to communicate with. Okay, so I know we're not talking directly about Amazon here, but you could have, right in front of us here, I'll use an example. You can see on the screen, Amazon, this new product, the Fire Phone. So I'm just going to click on it. It's not an example of a product you should be promoting or anything like that. It's just, I'm going to tell you now how very, very quickly and very basically how you would create quality content. Now, basically the Fire Phone, what you would do is answer the top questions that someone has about the Amazon Fire Phone. And because we're dealing with Amazon and affiliate sites, obviously we're trying to target people that are closer to buying. And what I mean by that is when someone types something into a search engine, they might type in Amazon Fire Phone versus the iPhone. Okay, they might do that. You see those versus sort of searches come up all the time. What's the real question they're asking there? The real question is, what's different about the Amazon Fire Phone to an iPhone? Or closer, is it worth me buying an Amazon Fire Phone if I have an iPhone? So not to get too technical on day one, don't worry, but if you had some content that explained and answered that question, so straight away you said something like, if you have an iPhone, do you need an Amazon Fire Phone? And you answered that question, and you took all of these features here, dynamic perspective, Firefly technology, Mayday, full year of Prime. You took all of these into detail and you compared it with everything you get with an iPhone and all the apps and what it can do. That is, and if you spent a lot of time on it, again, don't be fooled by having to have perfect content. I don't have perfect content. I don't mean it has to be really written badly either, but I'm saying as long as you get this stuff out there. The reason people don't make money with Amazon as an affiliate or anything, ClickBank as an affiliate or CPA or AdSense, most of the time is going back to your first note, because they do not produce enough content. So you get better at this stuff the more you do it. The way I'd suggest is to literally get the content out there. So when you're following this 30-day course, and I won't make this video too long, but when you're following this 30-day sort of plan, action plan or course, I want you to just follow it, and I want you to take a leap of faith. I want you to do something different than you would normally do. Instead of just sort of listening and sort of thinking, okay, yeah, I'll give that a go, or maybe that works, so I can sort of see how that would work. I want you to really give it a go and just get something up and out there for two reasons. One, you'll make money if you keep on going. That's the main reason we're here. And two, it will boost your confidence, and it will boost your confidence at least with making money online, because you're actually taking action. You're not jumping around from product to product and getting caught up. And what I also want to talk about, and I won't spend too long on this, but here's the thing with all of this online stuff. So before we start getting into the good stuff for day 2, this is something for your notes, and this will always be the case. Making money with Amazon is a numbers game, and you can write under that note, sales is a numbers game. There's no way around that. This is what we're doing. And this is worth writing down, or at least a bullet point list, so you get this. We are minimizing the amount of numbers it takes to get sales. That's all we're doing. That's all we're doing online. Again, not just with Amazon. I'm giving you a very broad overview, and I'm starting off at the very quote-unquote basics. They're not meaning they're basics in like easy. They're just the place I think we should start. Sales is a numbers game, and if you come from a background in sales, you'll know this. But people that want to make money online that don't come from a background in sales, the cool thing is sales can be learnt, and you can make money online, I dare say, a bit easier than sales offline. You're not having to pick up the phone, you're not having to go and meet clients. You can build a website that does the job for you. But you do need to know the very basics of sales, and sales is a numbers game. And what we do as internet marketers is minimize the numbers that it takes to make sales. So to go back to Amazon, when we're building these Amazon sites, what we're doing is we're minimizing the numbers it takes by doing a few different things, like 4 main things. We're picking red hot products. That's the first thing we're doing. By all rights, you could go to Amazon and you could literally pick any product, and if you threw enough traffic and if you wrote enough content for it, you would get sales. But we don't want to just do that. We want to minimize the numbers. We want to get the best commissions. We want to get a product that's red hot, and more than that, we want to get people, again a little bit of sales for you, we want to get people that are closer to making a buying decision. So we can do that by picking the product name initially. So the way the actual process works is we will write reviews on products for with Amazon, so Amazon product reviews, and that's because we might not get a huge amount of traffic for people searching just for a product, but they will be very, very targeted. And then when we do our keyword posts, we want to make sure that those keywords are buying keywords. And I don't mean something as simple as buy the Fire phone, although that wouldn't be a bad one at all. I'm sort of searching a bit more cryptic than that when you look at the sort of things people type in, like this. Should I get the 32 gigabyte or the 64 gigabyte or whatever it is? And you can see here, should I get the individual plan or the family plan? When people are asking questions like that, 1, you're not going to have too much competition, and 2, you know they're laser targeted and they're actually really thinking about buying. If someone's saying, the Amazon Fire phone, should I get the 64 gigabyte, and you're linking to that, or the 32 gigabyte, you're not really bothered which one they get. I'll click on it here so you can see. You're not really worried which one they get, because you'll get commission on each one. So that's the key. It's getting them at a point where they're ready to buy. We're doing that with product names initially, which gives you a good flow of traffic because the products are so popular and because they're selling so well. So if we go, this one has just launched, so it hasn't got any reviews. But we're picking ones with loads of reviews where the sales are coming in. And we're also, again, minimising the numbers it takes by having red hot content. And this is another thing for your notes is this. When you follow through the 30-day plan, and again, you can use this in anything, not just Amazon, but anything, write your content for your audience and not for Google. And that is how you're going to get the edge above literally 85% of people out there. 85% of people are trying to get ranked on Google. And you might suddenly cry at your monitor, well, Chris, that's what we're trying to do as well. And yes, we are. But here's the thing. With all the Google updates, and I'm not going to make this into an SEO video, we will cover it within the 30 days, but with all the SEO updates and so on, and the way Google's changed, it's no longer feasible to try and rank on keyword spammed articles. And what I mean by that, we all know what I mean by, you know, if I was writing it for the Amazon Fire Phone, and welcome to my site, which will tell you about the Amazon Fire Phone. We will run through the features of the Amazon Fire Phone. You can buy the Amazon Fire Phone. So even me saying that is starting to get annoying, because I'm just saying that keyword again and again and again. And that's how people have sort of got into a rut with SEO to try and get ranked. They think, if I make it a half decent content and I just mention this keyword a lot, I'll get ranked. And it can work in the short term. Even now it can work in the short term. What you actually want to do is make sure that you write your content not worrying too much about the keywords. And let me explain. And again, don't worry about any of this. If you're scratching your head now and if you're thinking, what the hell, this sounds all very complicated, please don't worry. This is the first day, and all I'm doing is giving you a sort of brief overview and touching on a few points, and I will go into far more detail about all of these: the niche selection, the content creation, the site setup, the expanding and authority sites as well, and selling on Flipper when you've got a good site. But don't worry, I want you here with me for the entire 30 days. That's all you have to commit to, and you have to commit to do the, I won't call it homework, because we've all got nightmares of being given homework we don't want to do. This isn't homework, this is stuff that you want to do to make money. But there are tasks to do, obviously, but there will be some good prizes to be had as well. So don't worry about not getting any of this stuff. But back to the content thing, here we've got the Amazon Fire Phone. The way I'd write really, really good content for this, again, is you focus on the top questions about the Fire Phone. And I wouldn't worry. So my title of my Amazon review would be the Amazon Fire Phone Review. Amazon Fire Phone Review. And I wouldn't worry when I'm writing that review about how many times I am writing Amazon Fire Phone. I wouldn't try and say, oh, I've only mentioned that once in that sentence, so I have to go back and mention it again. All I would do is look at all of this stuff, and it's got a huge amount of information on this particular product, and I would write as much information as I can about the product. So I would, and the best way, again, I'll cover this, so I won't go too much into it now. I'll show you a way of structuring the content so you don't get lost. So it ends up with a 500 to 1,000, I was going to say 1,000 page, but you don't have to write that much. A 500 word to 1,000 word review with really good content and content that will sell. I'll show you how to get a decent click-through rate. So even if someone doesn't read all of your review, you're getting them through to Amazon, and you know that you're getting buying people. So for today, your task for today is nothing too bad. All I want you to do is, most of you will have received this video through the email list. So what I want you to do is make sure, if you scroll to the bottom of this page, you will see a Twitter button and a Google Plus button. I want to make sure that you add me on Twitter. The reason being, I'm just going to be posting updates on Twitter about this 30-day challenge. And add me on Google Plus. Once you add me on Google Plus, I will invite you to the Azon Kickstart Google Plus group. It works exactly the same as Facebook, but it just allows me to stay in contact again. and you will receive all this information through to your email as well. Underneath this video, if you're not sure whether you're on the email list, sort of underneath this video you've got click here to see the intro to the 30-day challenge, and you want to click there and see the intro. You can watch that video, but underneath there is the name and email box, and you need to make sure that you're on that list. You will receive firstly a report, a free report, which is a seven tips to make a really good Amazon site. So it's sort of talking more about this stuff, but in a report that you can download. It's totally free. And for those of you that want a head start, there's still spaces for the Mammoth Site Building Pack. You can click the yellow button on this page to check that out. And that's really for people who have 12 sites built for you, really following this exact structure. So as we go through it, you'll start to see how it works, but they will be built to rank and you get a head start. How I would use the 12 sites is not just as 12 sites, but as a base to build your own. So even if you get the 12 sites, you're welcome. I'd love to build the sites for you. What I'd recommend you do is also build 10 of your own. And even if you don't want to do 10, do 5. And even if you don't do 5, do 3. Don't do 1. Well, you can do 1 if you want, but I'd suggest in 30 days, let's really go for it. All I'm asking for you to do in these 30 days is to push yourself and to get results that you haven't before. Now, if you're doing well, push yourself a bit more and see if you can do better. And maybe I can learn something from you. I'm not saying this way is the absolute best way. What I can tell you is it's a way I've been making money for a long time with Amazon. And the site SEO methods, I've been making money for even longer with ClickBank, using exactly the same methods. There will be prizes. Now, prizes, I've put it in 3 different groups, but I may change these numbers up depending on how many sites people do. I've put like bronze is 5 sites in 30 days, silver is 10 sites in 30 days, and the gold prize is 500, no, I'm only joking, 15 sites in 30 days, so not 500 sites. So 5, 10, 15, 3 different tiers, and it'll just make it a bit of fun, and there'll be some prizes for offer. So I'll leave the video there because I said that it wouldn't be a long one, but it does. I got a message, if you're out there, Trevor, hello. I got a message from Trevor and he said, I'm going to go and, it made me laugh actually, he said, I'm going to go and watch another one of your short videos. I do apologise if they're long-winded, but as I go through, I have my bullet point list, and I can always think of stuff to actually, right, I need to tell them this, I need to tell them that. So it doesn't matter if they end up being a bit long. I hope you enjoy them. I'm glad to have you here. Let's make some money with Amazon, and let's really push it in June and have a good summer. Okay guys, welcome to the 30-day challenge officially, and stay tuned for day 2. Just make sure you add me on Twitter, make sure you add me on Google+, and I'll send you the invite through. And also, underneath this video, the click here sort of thing, not the yellow button is the 12 site package, you're welcome to get that. The little click here link you need to check. Watch the intro video if you can stand more of me. And just, even if you can't, just make sure that you enter your name and email on that page, and you'll be subscribed to the 30-day challenge. Okay guys, cheers, and I will see you in day 2. Thanks.